Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing an individual who's gotten literally banned from Redbubble because of Canva. At least that's what the comments seem to say. Now, we're going to talk about this because this is a very important topic of conversation, but I figured we'd talk about this because we're all print-on-demand people here. We all do the same thing. We all upload to these platforms. This individual kind of highlighted something that kind of caught or piqued my interest. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, there was a video I uploaded 3 days ago, called The Best $20 Print-on-Demand Investment. It's the very last video. It's right here. If you click on it, there is an individual with the name of, let's see where the comment is, right here, Maggie Ray. She says, I love your content. I did this method with Canva by using images. By the way, for those who don't know, what the video was on was I was talking about essentially uploading content to Redbubble Society 6, where you take an image that you get from a legal entity, so you're allowed to use it. You take an image, photographed image. It could be like a picture of a horse, a picture of a dog, a picture of a landscape, a picture of a couple on a beach. I don't know. You get whatever photo you want. You turn that into a painting, or you don't turn it into anything and you upload it straight to that platform. Now, I know there's a lot of questions about this, but I made about 3 videos on this topic. Basically, this is a method that I've been doing for a little while. I'm not going to say I've been doing it for months and years, but I've been doing it for a couple months here and there. Not consistently, of course. I do it on and off. It's just an easy way to get more content out there, and it helps. It's kind of like a good supplement to what you're doing, right? Obviously, it's not the be-all, end-all, but it's a good starting point because it creates that good content. It looks good, and it's buyable. You know, a lot of the images that I pick and I turn them into paintings, they are something that I would legitimately believe somebody would pay money for. And, you know, people have. I've gotten many orders. I've gotten literally hundreds of dollars in orders on one particular design that I shared here before on YouTube, where it was a picture of a horse. I don't know if you guys remember that photo and that video, and I compared it to another different painting that was a picture of a horse. But regardless, they make money. It's a good way to get started. And I showed the whole concept behind the $20 investment was these 2 softwares. They're about $10 each, a little bit less, $9.99. And you put them together. That makes $20. And it's essentially an investment to not only get you started on print on demand, but get you going and get paid. And that was kind of how the video went. But the whole method that I had was there's a software called Unlimited Copyright Free Photos, right? And this is the software, and they have like a bank of photos that you can access. So if I type in the word horse, for example, and I hit search, I can access literally, I don't know, tens of thousands, whatever word you want to call it, photos that I could use for print on demand, right? Well, in the same notion, okay, and by the way, it's more than just 10 pages of images, because if I go to page 10, it will go to page 14, and page 14 goes to page 18, etc. So you guys see the point. My point is it's a really good method, right? And you take the image, turn it into a painting, you sell it. Like something like this is a hilarious image that people might pay attention to. Like, take a look at this image. You guys could see that image. It's really, really clear. Looks like it's in 4K or something like that. I mean, you could obviously get somebody to buy this. It's funny. It looks creative. So there's a market for everything, right? Now, this person, Maggie Ray, she says, I love your content. I did this method with Canva. When she refers to this method, she's talking about finding the images on Canva. So she's not using the Unlimited Copyright Free Photos tool. So she finds the image on Canva, and she says, by using the images they provide, they lied. So I don't know what she's talking about when she says they lied, but the message continues. She says, I got banned on 2 stores that made over $4,000 each. So she had 2 Redbubble stores. At least I believe it's Redbubble, because is there a reason for me to believe it's Redbubble? I don't know. Did she say Redbubble? I believe she said Redbubble, or maybe I'm making things up here. Let's see. Okay, she didn't say Redbubble, so maybe I'm making things up, but I don't know why my imagination led me to believe she was talking about Redbubble. Maybe somebody mentioned Redbubble in the I don't know. But anyway, she says, I have 2 stores. So let's just say print-on-demand stores. That she says, I have 2 stores that made over $4,000 each. So each store made over $4,000. We don't know how much it was, but we don't know all the details. I mean, we're working through the comment, but she says each. A couple months ago, I used the unlimited copyright-free images and had no problem since. My one question is, what is your favorite tool to make them into paintings? So before I even answer that question, let's just dissect this comment for a second. She says, I did this method using Canva by using the images they provide, and they lied. I got banned on 2 stores that make over $4,000. So essentially what she did is, instead of using the images that copyright-free photos allows or provides, she used the Canva images. Okay, now somebody in the comment right after her said, I got suspended using Canva too. Whelp. What does whelp mean, by the way? Does that mean help? I never heard that word before, but salute to whoever wrote that. So Fortnite Hobbit says, I got suspended too using Canva. Somebody says, Stephen Trisato says, I have had this experience. I use the same software he mentioned and never look back. So what they're talking about here, these people are talking about, they've also had issues with Canva. They used Canva content and got banned from Canva. That's how serious this is. Now, a lot of people, let's just be realistic, guys, for a second. If you uploaded a store and you uploaded 10 images, 5 images, you made no money on the store, can you really get angry for getting banned? I don't know. In my opinion, I really wouldn't get too angry. In fact, I would look at it as a blessing, because I would much rather get banned at 2 or 5 designs instead of 5,000 designs. But she says here she made $4,000 on each store. We're talking $8,000 worth of money or more. I mean, who knows how much money she made, right? She could have made $50,000, $20,000. I doubt $50,000, but you get my point. $20,000, $10,000 total on these 2 stores, and they are vanished. And the fact that that even matters is because those stores could potentially have had kept producing income. Somebody says, Farukhan Yilzadeh says, why you suspended because of Canva? Question mark. Any specific reason? Question mark. Maggie replies and she says, Canva graphics weren't made for print-on-demand marketplaces, just for personal websites with commercial purposes. That's why a lot of print-on-demand platforms don't like Canva photography. They get it from stock photo companies, which is against these platform rules. So Canva has acquired or somehow has some sort of partnership with companies that provide stock photography. These stock photography companies don't actually allow their work, or Redbubble print-on-demand companies are very specific, and they don't allow stock photography photos to be on their platforms. Now, we knew this, but obviously it takes some experience to understand this concept, because somebody said here, Farukhan says, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. He says, I don't use stock images from Canva at all. As far as I know, you need to buy the right of stock images like iStock and others, and then you can use it for your own personal purposes. I only use it there for editing, except, whatever. So Maggie replies, again, after all the comments, she says, Canva and their protection policies they have. When she's referring to somebody lied in the first comment, she says, they lied. Somebody said, what are you talking about when you're talking about they lied? She says, Canva and the protection policies they have. If you use Canva graphics, they have protection guarantees. But I was never protected. At least Bots and Apps has that guarantee. The way I see it, Canva is a waste of money. I will never purchase anything from Canva again. Now, guys, what we're looking at is literally words on a screen. But how pissed off would you be if you had a store, 2 stores, 3 stores, whatever the number is, where you made over $8,000 on print on demand? And I'm just going to pause for a second. I want you to think about that. While I'm drinking my ice cold water here, That is a huge thing. Like, I mean, for me, if I just think about this, you think about the average American, how much they make a year. I mean, I don't know, 45, 55, let's just say $50,000. To lose an asset or assets that produced over $8,000 of income, that's almost 1/5 of your income. It could be more, right? 1/5 of your income disappeared because somebody else, the boss man, took it away. Now, once again, what happened here was, I think, a mistake, right? This person used Canva stock photography for print on demand, ended up getting banned on both stores because they were using it on both stores, lost access to what they were producing. Now, there are some unwritten rules that just make sense, right? Because if you're taking these photos and Canva gets these photos from stock photography, Redbubble, Society6, all these platforms are against stock photography being uploaded to their platform, then obviously it makes sense that you will get banned. But that still leaves room to say that there was some unfairness there. Because Maggie is right. There is something within Canva that states, and I'm not sure if there's policies, but I know Canva does allow commercial purposes. But they don't specify as to what commercial purpose you're allowed to use. So you can't use it for print-on-demand platforms like Redbubble or whatever, simply because Redbubble states, hey, no stock photography. So I'm just curious, Canva commercial rights. Let's just go ahead and search here. It says, what is allowed? All free photos, music, and video files on Canva can be used for free or for commercial and non-commercial use. So Canva is basically saying you can go use it and make money with it. But these print-on-demand platforms are saying that we don't want any of these type of content, pieces of content on our website. We don't want it to be sold. Now, there creates an issue here because if you guys are aware, when you order content from places like iStock or Getty Images or whatever, they have a protection law order on you. So what I mean by that is when you order their premium license for a photo, you have protection, like in lawyer fees and things like that, to use that photo. So for example, let's say I go on one of these iStock, Getty Images, whatever you want to call it, I buy a photo. Well, that photo has a certain amount in protection, $10,000, $15,000 in protection. And what happens is if there's, let's just say I put it on my website, and there's a lawsuit against my website for that specific image being used, and they tell me you can't use that image, and I say, yes, I can. I bought the license. iStock, Getty Images, whatever they're called, whatever company you're using, is supposed to rally behind you. And they're supposed to say, we're going to protect you through this, and we're going to help you through this to use it. The only thing is that Canva never did that, which is exactly what she's saying. She said, I love your content. I did mention this with Canva. I did this method with Canva by using the images they provide, and they lied. I got banned on 2 stores a couple months ago, and then in a different comment she says, Canva graphics weren't made for print on demand. Where was it here? Canva and the protection policies they have, I was never protected. They don't they provide the protection guarantees, but was never actually protected. So that's pretty insane. So what I'm trying to say here is unfortunately this person, Maggie, shout out to Maggie, was, I don't want to say led in the wrong direction, but because of technicalities, caused a banning in the account that became, what is it here? That became, I don't even know why I thumbs down that comment. That became, created confusion, obviously. Created confusion, created some issues. So what I'm trying to say here, what this video is, first of all, I want you guys to weigh your thoughts and opinions on this. But what really is going on here is somebody thought that they were using images that were protected, i.e. Canva, and turns out that they weren't. And people are agreeing that they've had the same experience, that they've gotten banned. I really don't know what to say to this. Now, I have used Canva before. I want to talk about this. I have used Canva before to make certain t-shirts, certain designs. I've never took an image like a photography image and use that within Canva to sell certain things. Like I've never like searched, for example, on Canva, picture of a horse, took that picture and posted it on a print-on-demand site. I've never done that. So I can't speak to that. But in the same notion, I've never been banned or suspended on Redbubble. And trust me, guys, I don't have some special connection with Redbubble. I've never really done that. The only one time I talked to customer support on Redbubble was to make a video to show people that you can have multiple Redbubble accounts. Believe it or not, a couple of months ago, not a couple of months ago, maybe a few months ago, before I even started talking about Redbubble, people on YouTube believed that you could only have one account on Redbubble. So that's just a whole different thing. But regardless, this is not good, man. This is not good. People are using things that might not necessarily be the best option for them, and there could be issues in the future. So all I'm trying to say is watch out, guys. Be careful of what platforms you use. The platform that I use, and I'm always going to be upfront and honest with everything that I do, the platform that I use is right here, the unlimited copyright-free images. I talk about this company, but it's from Bots and Apps. If you guys have seen the, let me go here. What am I doing here? Let's go here. Let's just get rid of this link. You guys know here, let me whip it out. botsandapps.gumroad. It's a place here, the link, if you just scroll all the way down, from this company, you scroll all the way down here. Stock photos, truly unlimited stock photos, unlimited copyright-free images, premium stock photography membership that you can use for print on demand legally. They allow you to. This is what I'd use right now to be safe. Of course, there was a company that we used to use where we had a one-time payment, and we were able to access that tool where we would access 30 downloads a day, but that tool doesn't exist anymore. So at least not the same deal. So you have to pay monthly for that tool, and this is cheaper. So for me, I would much rather use this, knowing that I can not only download unlimited amount of photos, but I have more access. What I actually do, guys, and I forgot to tell you guys this, is in the Society 6 video, is I have right now a virtual assistant. What they're doing is they're taking these photos and they're uploading them to Society 6. They're uploading them to Redbubble and other platforms like that. We actually just joined, like literally 3 days ago, we just joined a new print-on-demand company that I haven't seen anybody talk about it on YouTube that much. So we're going to see how it works out. I mean, I'm not going to mention their names even right now because I'm not sure how they're going to be. If they turn out good, we'll talk about them. But we're working on that. And what I do is that virtual assistant that has access to these images, they're downloading extra images, like an extra 100, 200 a day for the other virtual assistants that I'm currently training. And you guys know with the whole virtual assistant thing, obviously you guys sent in your applications. We're going to make our decision by the end of August, early September. That's going to be the goal. Because there's a lot of things going on, and I want to get some training done before the new year with the virtual assistants that come on board. So there's going to be a lot talk there, but I'm just saying that the crazy thing with all this is you got to be aware of where you're getting your content. You got to be aware of that kind of stuff. Any small thing could literally get you banned. I'm not sure what the concept was, but there was a video a few months back that I made where somebody was saying something similar, that they got banned because of Canva, and Canva specifically, Redbubble specifically told them that you cannot use images from these specific platforms, and they listed out. I can't remember what the video was. Maybe you guys can remind me. It escapes me at the moment because, we've made a lot of videos on this stuff, but maybe you can, and maybe there is just some sort of issues going on. From the eyes of Canva, Canva says, listen, you could use it for whatever you want. The print-on-demand companies say, no, we don't want that kind of content. So there's a rift there. There's a schism, if you will, a schism, a fracture, if you will, between the two platforms. I think at the end of the day, the safest thing to do is just use a platform that's safe, that you can test out, that you know is safe, and go with that. For me, this is this. I'm not saying this is going to be for everybody. The unlimited copyright-free images, I'm not saying it's going to be for everybody. For me, I've been using it for a few months now, had zero problems. I think other people were vouching in the comments, but once again, I'm not going to sit here and say, use this. I'm not saying that. I'm just simply saying that I'm using this. We'll see in the future. I don't think I'll get banned using this because if I was, I probably would have done already. I have over 1,000 images from this platform on there. But who knows? Who knows, right? I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out. Bye. See ya.